This is just a little video update of my box turtle enclosure and update on Toby, my little baby turtle that I hatched last year. That's him right behind, or her right behind Boris or Natasha, my big Russian tortoise there in the corner. This is possibly Toby's mother. She's a high-domed three-toed box turtle. And I wanted to get a picture of them. These are some of the babies that one there on the left is a baby that I raised. Must be 4 years old now. I'd have to look back at my records. I've had him 6 of them for so long. And this is Ornetta. I think, yeah, that's Ornetta. She doesn't have any toenails on her front feet, and she's the friendliest of the adult box turtles that I have. My baby box turtles seem to be coming along very nicely, and they've grown up admirably. This is another one of my young box turtles. They haven't cleaned his shell. He's probably would like to bite my finger. They're such mean attack animals. No, he's just smelling it. Seeing what I smell like. Got a little bit of... Oh, there's a... Oh, I think that one's the one that we call Big Guy, and Toby right behind her. I cleaned his shell, or her shell. She was buried in the dirt, and I hadn't seen her for a month. And I thought, well, I'm going to look for box turtle eggs today. And look at this. This guy's coming out to poke at me. And this one's eating just a hard cat food. Oh, don't bite me. They're pretty curious little animals. You know, even these that are, you know, she's just walking right by my hand. But one of their really favorite foods is this Purina cat chow that I've got. You know, and they're eating it dry. It's not moistened at all. And those are carp eggs right next to this box turtle. And Ornetta prefers, right now, some of this cat food. And there's quite a lot of protein in it, over 30%. Toby is just enjoying the heck out of being walking around. I think he'd been warm all winter long at about 80 degrees under a light in the house and growing really fast, and now is the first time he's had an opportunity to go out and explore, and really in earnest, you know. When I brought him inside the house this morning, I put him in his old container, and he hated it. As far as I could tell, all he wanted was escape. I gave him some food. He looked at me and just kept on trying to get away from the plastic box container. I'm convinced that box turtles really enjoy being outside. They're don't mind being fed food. I had this patch of clover completely. It was almost 12 inches tall, and I couldn't even see my box turtles anymore. And so I took my weed eater in here and chopped the heck out of it. There's still plenty of covers, these little hides that the turtles can go into. This morning I got, after Natasha walked out of this one, I've had 5 more box turtles down in that hole there, and I brought them out to show them the carp eggs and the cat food that I'd given to them this morning. They're certainly amazing creatures. They're quite independent, and I'm not sure, somebody a long time ago notched this turtle's back corner of her shell, and just as sort of an identifying feature. I like them. They come out in April or May, and then they disappear for the rest of the year in September. They're ideal summer pet. I've got a pretty nice enclosure. I got a little stunted cherry tree shading their pool at the other end here, and they like to go swimming in that sometimes on hot days. And today they're just soaking up the sunshine. They getting their internal parts cooking. And when I was digging down here this morning in the area where I wanted them to lay eggs, well, I found 7 eggs. I didn't know. I was just digging blindly, just a little bit at a time, and I actually uncovered the eggs without damaging any. And I was really happy about that, and so I brought them inside. I don't think my enclosure is really set up to provide very good hatching place for them. There's too much rain, maybe too much, irrigation, sprinkler water, and so I'm going to hatch them again and see if I can do it like I did with Toby. And not that I need one more box turtle, but you can see Toby working over a piece of something that he found. He knows there's carp eggs up there on the feeding block and cat food, but he's decided to just go foraging. He loves the wildlife. He loves just going out, I guess. You know, I was going to bring him inside the house thinking that he might not be doing so well. He hadn't eaten, probably for a month, but because it's been in the 60s at night, and I think he just thought it might be time to hibernate, so Toby dug into the ground and buried herself, about 1.5 feet away from where the eggs were buried, and on her way. Very healthy turtle. Very pretty shell still. And she has a lot of respect for the big turtles. When they come towards her, she just hunkers into her shell and spins and turns and moves away. She doesn't want to fight with them. But earlier, I wish I'd had a picture of it. Toby here was following that turtle that has the notch on one side of her shell, and she wanted to bite that turtle's tail and ended up biting the left rear foot of that big turtle just to see if it was food, because she saw it moving. Just a little curious baby. Just exploring everything. Hope you enjoyed this little video update of my box turtles and my Russian tortoise. Natasha is just up in the corner there collecting vitamin D or sunshine. She really likes to get warm every day, and that's the warmest place in the entire enclosure. The light reflects off of the siding there, and it allows them to get a lot more heat. And the other turtles sort of know the same trick. They get up near the edge where the light reflects, and it warms their bodies up to a good active feeding and eating temperature. And after being out a while, they just think about going back underground. Slightly overcast day today. Hope you enjoyed this.